Hello and welcome to Quentin's Guides to Games. We are looking at a game called Digimon Masters Online, or abbreviated DMO. This game I've been playing quite a lot lately because I am an old school Digimon fan. I like to call myself an OGM, original Digimon Master. If any of you watch the old Digimon movies, this follows pretty much in line with the story. It's a good game if you have nothing else to play. We all know that WoW is still on break and probably will be on break for the foreseeable future up until maybe September or later. This game, you can have different Digimon. You have you have three three slots, to start with, and a fourth slot that you can unlock via the cash shop. There is no subscription to this game. It is a free game. It's actually a fairly quick download as well. It maybe only took me 40 minutes or less to download this game on a 50 megabyte internet. This is the cash shop. You can get tons of cool stuff in the cash shop. Apart from things that digivolve your Digimon, from experience boosters. Come on guys, it's early. I happen to have an experience booster on. For things that keep your Digimon digivolved longer, and which we'll get into in a second here, and to Digi-Eggs. And as you can see, it shows you the Digi-Eggs. And you can find all these Digimon inside of the game and more than what they show on the cash shop. But the catch is, I'll show you a Digi-Egg, get into my bank here. The catch is, these are the Digi-Eggs, right? Gatsumon, Mushroomon, Sharmamon, Gobblemon, and then so on, and all their Digivolutions as well. And notice that these don't have numbers. Say Myotismon Digi-Egg. Now the Myotismon Digi-Egg doesn't mean it's going to digivolve into a Myotismon. It means that it's going to digivolve into Demi-Devimon, and it can progress in its Digivolutions as you level it up to Myotismon. Now there are different lines to Devimon, obviously, because there's the Impmon line, who is also a Devimon line, as well as other ones. But notice there's no number on here. And we notice that there's no number because this one I caught in the wild. This is not really caught, but you kill Digimons, say you kill Devimons, and then you get a Myotismon egg from the Devimons. And then you can attempt to hatch these eggs by use of Devil Data. And there's low class and there's mid class, and every egg has its own special data. There's this Beast Digi-Egg, and as you can see, it says rank 1 data, scannable data. And then you have these Digimons. These Digimon eggs are from the cash shop. You notice that where it says their name, Piyomon Digi-Egg, level 4 champion. That means it is a level 4, so you can insert 4 sets of data into it, and you have a guaranteed hatch. It will always hatch at level 4. Now the levels are the quality of the Digi-Egg. You can have a level 3, which is the lowest quality, the minimum needed to hatch, a level 4, which is the medium quality, and then a level 5, which is the max quality. Oops. I think this one, yep, this one's also a level 4. Now, I've only been playing this game for maybe a few weeks, but from what I understand, you really don't want to hatch your Digimon at level 3, from what I found out the hard way, because they're actually very weak at level 3. Unfortunately, the Digi-Eggs without numbers are not guaranteed hatches, and you won't always get them to hatch, and sometimes they'll even be destroyed if you insert data, resetting all your progress. So it's a really good idea, as you can see I have quite a few of them, to farm a few of these eggs, get a ton of data, and just keep going at it until you hit 3 of 5, and then hatch them. If you try it, you can try to go to 4 or 5, but the chances are you'll break your Digi-Egg and have to start all over, and you just won't get that Digimon. Really, you want to hatch them at 3 of 5 if you just want to collect them, but if you actually want to use them, make sure you hatch them at 4 of 5. The Digimon I have right now is actually a 5 of 5 hatch, and I use something called Hatch Backup, which protects it from being broken, and then I inserted lots of Devil Middle data, which has double the chance to succeed than regular data. Once you've hatched them, you get these things called evolutors, and evolutors, essentially, expand your evolution slot. Now you can level your Digimon up as much as you want, but to get to the next Digivolutions, you need these things called evolutors. Right there. And evolutors cost AP, or I think you can farm them off a Digimon. I don't know if I'm at that point at the moment. AP is the currency for the cash shop, right? And a lot of the things, at least most things, cost about 700 AP. Digi-eggs that are guaranteed to hatch, 700 AP. These are called burst mode items. Essentially, burst mode items bring your Digimon past their mega evolution into an even higher evolution that is extremely powerful but very hard to maintain. And then you have all your datas. And then your reinforcements that can basically boost the stats of your Digimon. And these are riding equips. These make your Digimon rideable. Not every Digimon is rideable. Obviously, this one is for Gallantmon. I'm sure if you watch the series, you know who Gallantmon is, one of the main Digimon of, I believe, the second series. And that's his mount. And you can also just expand Digimon's riding modes by using a mode selector. And not all Digimon can use a mode selector, but it seems to be pretty random which ones can, because some Digimon can carry you, some Digimon you can ride on their backs. I don't really understand it that much, but I'll get back to you when I do. These are also, you can also use these things called Jogress chips. And Jogress chips allow you to fuse Digimon together. Not all Digimon can fuse together. Once again, there are set Digimon that can fuse together, and these fusions are extremely powerful, more so than the burst modes, and they're also extremely hard to maintain. It essentially, this blue bar you see up here that says 630 or 670, whatever it is, once you activate a Digivolution, that bar will start dropping, dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. Once it's run out, Digivolution is over. And their Digimon's blue bar will continue to drop as they use their own moves. Obviously, there are items that you could buy in mass, like food items and capsules and stuff and discs that will make that blue bar go back up. So you really don't have to worry about that too much. And there's also an item called a Digi-Aura that keeps your blue bar up indefinitely, on the condition that you are not using a Jogress or fused Digimon. That'll still make your blue bar drop. In terms of battle, you only have 2 moves usually. A few of the Digimon have more than 2 moves, but really not that many. Of course, you have your standard farm, but the farm isn't that bad, really. So we're going to go ahead and accept to kill Waspmon and Cannon Beamons. What was he? I heard you can get some black feathers off of Waspmon. I don't really want to find the items. I'll just... Unwelcome guest. There you go. That's the one I was looking for. Unwelcome guest. I'll just accept all these. And then we have our Waspmon, and then our Crowmon. Now, you can get these guys' eggs from them, and then attempt to hatch them. Just keep that in mind. Any Digimon you fight, you have the potential of getting its egg, at least most of them. Now, this is Lucymon. If you guys watch the Fusion series, then you know who Lucymon is. He was one of the Archangels, and so he's a vaccine type, and this is getting to like a Pokemon style here. Vaccines are strong against dark, ice is strong against water, land is strong against wood, etc. and so forth. So I'm going to evolve Lucymon into his fall down mode, and this is his mega evolution. As you can see, this blue aura around him, that means he's a 5 out of 5 in the highest quality of Digimon. I also have his item for his burst mode. His burst mode item is the Gehenna, and if you remember from the series, it was that black aura that the fusion fighters found in the Angel World that Lucymon absorbed. At his current stage, he could take these guys on. It would just be difficult, and I'd have to be healing him nonstop to keep him alive, because these guys are still quite a bit stronger than he is. But I will evolve him again to his burst mode. And this is his named Satan mode. And on top of him, you can see he has 7 crests that represent the 7 sins. And then in the middle of his hands right here is his Gehenna, the black aura. Also, he only has 2 moves. His first move is a little kind of dragon breath called Purgatorial Flames. And as you can see, his life drops, and as I use his moves, his blue bar also drops. Now, my blue bar dropped when I Digivolved him, but it's not, it's going to start building back up because I have an aura on. Now his second move is quite a bit stronger. In fact, he's one of the strongest of the 7 Demon Lords in the game. It's called Atonement. As you can see, all 7 of those sins powered up and shot out a beam of light that just obliterated that Crowmon. I'll show you one more time here. Very, very strong Digimon. Obviously, the burst modes are quite a bit stronger than the Megas simply because it takes an additional item that can only be found on the cash shop to digivolve them. And you go into Evolution Digimon. Source of Darkness is also for him, but for a different stage. Return to Nothingness would be for Apoklomon. In the very first season, the very last boss, they try to beat this huge virus, unknown type that just can beat every single Mega. So, and these are all their burst mode items for the different people. You know, we have, I could show you another burst mode, or I guess side Mega. I'm sure all of you remember Salamon. Oh yeah, these are these little, they give you little treats if you stay on longer, and then you can accept those little treats. And those are actually very good because what they do is they keep your blue bar and red bar up. So you want to be able to get those all the time. This game never times you out, so you can stay logged in the whole day and continue to receive those even when you're not at your computer. Okay. I'm sure you guys remember Gatomon. Who doesn't, right? And then her Digivolution from the very first season against Myotismon and Iwamon. And then I can have 2 Megas here. I can have Magnadramon, which is her evolution that I use for riding, or I can have Ophanimon. I want to show you riding, so I will digivolve into Magnadramon. They're both Megas. Neither of them are burst modes, however. One's just a side Mega. I did equip this one with a mode selector that allows me to ride it, and it's very quick, and the best part about it is leaders attack. Leaders will attack you without provocation. Non-leaders will not, but while you're riding, the good thing about riding is you can ride right through leaders and they won't attack you. Okay. This area will fatigue you, be careful. Oh, by the way, your Digimon give you little hints all the time. It's really quite annoying. And they also tell you they're bored when you're not doing anything. This one is Vmon. Now, Vmon I don't really have a high enough level to get to Omega yet. I also haven't given him any Evolutors, but I do have him at least to his champion. Lucimon Fall Down mode has appeared. Lucimon Fall Down mode is a raid boss that drops the Lucimon egg, which is why it's announced throughout the server, because that's a really valued egg. This is X Vmon. There are 2 Vmon lines. I chose X Vmon because I want the Paladramon. And obviously we have the ability to do 2 different armor evolutions because we are talking about X Vmon. And those armor evolutions can be gotten from the cash shop as well. See, this is, you see required item at the very bottom below Ultimate. It says Evolutors 3. So it requires me 3 Evolutors to get to Paladramon. And then 3 more to get to, or I'm sorry, 8 more to get to Imperial Dramon. And then Imperial Dramon is rideable if you look under Evolutors 8 and then go down, down, down to Mode Selectors 2. So it would take me 2 Mode Selectors to make this guy rideable at a Mega level. And then you have Imperial Dramon Fighter Mode as a side Mega. And then his Burst Mode, which is Imperial Dramon Paladin Mode, which is a very powerful Digimon. Now, XVmon can have, I think, 4 of the armor evolutions. Digi-Eggs. Where is that? I can't remember where the armor evolutions are. There they are. And so you have these Digi-Eggs that are 290 AP. Now, before I run out of time here, AP's actually not as hard to get as you think. You think that this game would survive on microtransactions, but it also survives you on during surveys. So if you go on ariagames.com, make sure you make an account, download the game, and do a few surveys. I mean, surveys can give you upwards of 1,000 AP, and most things, nothing on the cash shop is more than 1,000 AP. In fact, nothing's even 1,000 AP. Most things are around 700, like I said earlier. So good luck and happy gaming.